We have seen Eastern Europe really like it as they've attempted as a carry multiple times. They even like putting as a 3. So there's going to be some flex here from Execration. You do already have the Mars though, so there's not really that flex to the 3. So maybe Pelos can play it. We've seen Pelos play like Dooms before as a carry. He can play like some more unconventional carries. So would not be surprised if that's something Execration have been working on. But it's a lot of team fight for Execration. And for Summit, they don't have a lot of team fight. And it's kind of interesting they're picking up their carry without seeing... Ooh. All right. Dazzle PA. A lot of physical.
I speak for the
but
trees.
They do... Oh, no. Okay, so the Nature's Prophet into PA matchup can go a bit back and forth. If Nature's Prophet doesn't particularly like versing heroes that are able to get on top of you very easily, Phantom Assassin is definitely able to fulfill that role, but PA is also a very slow-paced hero that needs some time to come online. Battle Fury +1, maybe even +2. Nature's Prophet doesn't particularly need that. So Nature's Prophet, I feel like, has a very early window to just control the map over a Phantom Assassin, but late game it can kind of flip back into PA's favor. But really the thing about the Nature's Prophet here is that Summit, I don't know what the hell you do into this now, because they were trying to protect the Viper in the offlane with their second phase of bans, and now if you put the Viper as a 3 into the Nature's Prophet, like a range hero that also does a crap load of physical damage, Viper's not going to shape up too well into this. You can now even put the Dawnbreaker as a 5. Again, I kind of like it as a 4 just for the more farm priority, but the Nature's Prophet needs a melee hero to play in front. We've now got Tower Push, which you were kind of lacking before. Like, this Nature's Prophet pick is it's a beautiful pick from Execration. So we are now just looking for the mid laners from either side. Summit with the 23rd, so we're looking at Mercury's next. All right, they need a lot with this last pick.
Dire team ban.
You need Tower Push, Team Fight, AoE damage, an Initiator. So it's a crap load. Let's look at the hero
10
sheet.
seconds remaining.
What they banned: Batrider,
Radiant
Tiny.
team pick.
Okay. You could just play for pickoffs on Summit. Maybe you're too far down this route of you're lacking so many things that you might just... You could go all in onto the Phantom Assassin and go like a mag. I don't think they will, but when you're so far behind and you need a lot to kind of cover your weaknesses, just double down on this Phantom Assassin, just 1v5ing.
Ember Spirit.
But we get a little bit of the AoE damage, we get some of the initiation, we don't get Tower Push, but there is a bit of lack of control on Execration. They did ban out some pretty good matchups though, or some pretty tough matchups I should say for the Ember. Puck's gone, Conker's gone.
10 seconds remaining.
Ember into Puck in the
5
lane can be
seconds
pretty
remaining.
decent, but the game overall can struggle. Alright, what are we looking for on Bobby? You can put the door mid if you still want. You could go... Okay, we were speaking about the Snapfire mid before. This was the matchup that we saw Yopaj really, really shine on the Snapfire, where you go Snap, play it into the Ember, you absolutely body that lane. Again, I said before, I don't know if there's any flex, but if they were ever going to try it, this would definitely be the matchup, but not the case. Go for the Dragonite route, which is a very, very good lane matchup into the Ember Spirit. Something that I've learned recently, honestly, through the last Pro Series, was how really good this matchup was for the Dragonite, where you body the Ember. He does not have enough damage, because the reason is Ember goes into, you need a bottle to sustain him for your magic spam, but the DK can just go stats. You can go double brace up, tread, soul ring, whatever's required, strength hero as well, so you're going to get more effectiveness out of that item, and you'll just easily be able to right click. And Ember wants to be making rotations. You want to be getting like a power rune, rotating to the side lane, trying to get active. You don't really defend towers too well. It's very similar to kind of the DK Puck matchup, where Puck wants to be making rotations, but you kind of can't into the Dragonite. So a big fan of this Execration draft. I'm question marking the Dazzle and how the Viper Marcy offlane can shape up. Maybe they can play off the back of some decent lanes and snowballing from there, but I feel like Execration have a lineup that they are very comfortable with. We have no bets. Hate to see it. All right, let's jump over this one, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, like we said, if anyone that is just tuning in, we will have Gonad joining us for the second and potential third game.
Fires of the wood.
But honestly, I'm just happy. Again, I got a solo cast. Things you love to see.
Feed the trees.
So I have not had one in quite some time. So... There's a couple new team packs that I have not looked at yet. See, there's a lot of new ones. Jesus. Booms.
Where are you going?
Energy.
Mantap bang.
Alright. Decent. I won't go through all of them. Can't do it now. Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how this matchup with the Viper Marcy lane is going to shape up. I think it's a lane where they have to be very aggressive in on Summit because you cannot fall behind in a game like this. I think as soon as you fall behind, and even if you fall behind, I feel like this is a game which is very difficult to execute. I think your margin of error is goddamn low. Like, you have to play a near perfect game if you're Summit. And, well, Execration walking into a 5-man smoke is a great way to start. As Tino is going to push back multiple heroes. They've already spanned out the abilities at the start, but Trezam continuing the poison attack going. And they're able to give first blood over to Mercury. So there you go. Beautifully done, Summit. Might reveal, well, probably not going to reveal, but it's often when you make that play that you drop the ward on the high ground. So see CZY and Trezam's going to look to deward that. Another one was placed by the bottom power rune. Oh, there you go. You love to see it. I think I haven't been able to watch too much Western Europe. Time zone's a bit rough and trying to not have a degen sleep schedule. But I think there was a Dazzle Ren. Maybe China. I was watching somewhere recently where people was... I heard someone speaking about a Dazzle that was run in one of the pro games. I'm not quite sure where it was. It's very cool from Palace though, just moving the treants, trying to scout out if there's a ward place. Of course, you know, the common thing for Dire is to go sit in this tree line, see if there's a ward here. You kind of do that for the top side as well. But let's see. I don't think this first blood's going to help Mercury out a whole lot. This matchup should still be pretty solid for Bob. But you get your bottle a little bit faster. But yeah, we're going to see Bob double bracer, I imagine. Just to try and spam out. And you always have the potential of the Dragon Tail to be able to help deny. Something that we saw was kind of a big advantage of like the Outward Devourers when you could just Astral and easily be able to secure a deny or your own range creep CS. So this is a one big lane I'm in. Well, no, honestly, both side lanes for Summit, I'm intrigued to see how they're going to shape up. I think the early level 1 and level 2 from Summit is going to be at least top. We're looking at the 2 for when CZY has rebound, offers dispose. But for the Viper in particular, this hero gets a lot of extra power at every odd level when you get another point in your poison attack. But the job from Vincenzo, and it looks like he's recognizing that so far, is you're going to look to tank up as much damage as possible. You see he's got the headdress. I imagine he's going to bring out some more regen as well, because he just wants to be sitting in front of Palos. And I think the headdress is going to be something we're going to start to see a lot more. I already have seen it, actually a decent amount. Maybe this is where, you know, we could start to see the Dazzle a little bit more as well. Just a healing support that can be very hit or miss. Of course, you've got some big weaknesses. I don't know how good Juju and bad Juju works. Do need to read over that later on. It was a change that I would just kind of... When I was looking at the patch notes, I kind of avoided that. But I'm curious to see if Unknown's going to double down and go for the Orb of Corrosion or not.
Radiant's bottom tower
He does already
is
have
under
the
attack.
Venom, so they're going to look to play just the constant slows. Maybe Tino can go boots early on, but they do have the speed to kind of push them back, and Shanks with the reposition. This bottom, I really think both side lanes were going to have a lot of kill threat. Really just comes down to, I think, who finds the level 2 timing first, who shoves out the lane. And now that they've hit level 2 and no one's got an aggressive, now we're just looking at the level 3s. I don't think level 3 helps Unknown much. Maybe Trezam if he goes second point in Poison Touch.
Dire's courier has been killed.
We also get to see Tino back onto his pretty comfortable Mars. Something that I wasn't quite sure if Mars was going to be popular or not. It's Vincenzo. So the Stopbreaker is actually going to go in. Crush has been able to stack up the poison attack, so this should be up second kill of the game, and beautifully done. See, Palace is having a very good time there. I don't... This is kind of just a death that's going to happen. Let's see what he brings back. Anything crazy? 200 gold. It's not like you... Yeah, he's going to bring Brutes back. Okay. Always the Nature's Prophet can TP back, but I think it's a death that you're okay with as bottom lane. Tino. Trezam's doing a good job to continue the stack. Tino's going to try and jump into the tree line here. Gets the Bulwark off as well. The God's Rebuke. But Trezam has the stick. He's going to be okay. Meanwhile, top lane, we got a trade. Palace goes down at the expended of CZY's life, but now Crush can chain this into a second kill as Vincenzo. Oh no, I was saying it was okay. You know, that death wasn't bad. You tank up some abilities, you come back to the lane, you give an item over to Palos, but if you die back to back now without a TP, that's, well, that's not a good death, that one. So there you go. There's a side lane, the aggression we were speaking about, and mid's just a farm fest. Kind of a boring lane. See, Bob is absolutely destroying 20 and 18 compared to the 16 and 5. just a support battle Unknown. He'll be able to secure the kill. He won't. Nice rate of the TP up. Palace dies for a second time, though. So, we were questioning this early Viper and Marcy pick, kind of saying maybe this lane is really we're going to see the power of it, and well, Palace is getting bodied at the moment. So I think they'll, like, for Palace to come back into this game, for me, I'm looking at how he gets active with the Elder Dragon form. I would like to see them use the first Elder Dragon form bottom and Palace TP bot. Just so they can have, like, 4 heroes, take down a tower, and then open up bottom and leave Vincenzo to take top. So he can just kind of play the dead lane as, well, Vincenzo... CZY is going to be off the mark with the jump. So this is always a nice thing about the Nature's Prophet, is that you can still always get active, even if you've had kind of a rougher lane and have some involvement. I think this is why a lot of people are putting emphasis on the heroes. Mercury. Oh, nice stun from Shanks. Just catches him on the edge of the cookie. Bob can easily step in, and he's going to look to shove the lane out. You've got the catapult, a little bit of time remaining on the Elder Dragon form. So this should actually be a decent amount of damage in the tower, rated they might be forced to
Radiant
glyph.
structures are fortified.
And they will.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, it's going to be a big call. Oh no, awkward usage. Even PA's looking at TP mid. Is he going to complete the TP? Oh, Unknown completes a TP. Okay. I mean, you may as well continue to follow up Shanks, who's...
The seeds of fortune.
This is just space now. You got to give the kill to Unknown, especially considering the Phantom Assassin TP'd in. And Unknown's like, guys, I had a free lane bottom. And now Crush is going to go bot now because PA can't lane here. You're not going to run all the way back. And Tino should just be able to TP out. Do they have the damage? He might even tick inside the base, and Trezam with the second point of the Shadow Wave will get the kill. So, Summit, I mean, they're off to a flying start. They might even be able to find another. Trying to get their 9th on the board, and Vincenzo. What are you guys up to now? 3 deaths on the Dawnbreaker. So this is something that we were speaking about, though. That feels like Summit, their lanes are going to go very well. And you do not have kind of a big margin of error. A little bit of wiggle room, nothing crazy. One, maybe two mistakes. Mercury, I don't think they get the kill. Especially not with Shazam standing hand in hand. Second use of the Elder Dragon form, though. They might be able to catch out Shazam. Vincenzo nearby, gets a Starbreaker stun, and the rest of Execration can close the distance. So Execration are doing a really good job to play around Bob, especially whenever he has this Elder Dragon form. The Crush, and along with Summit, they're going to do the same thing. They recognize how important it is to shut down the Dragon Knight. They're going to look to chase him to the river, CZY. Unable to catch up, though. They're teetering on the edge of fighting, though. Bob with a double damage rune to see if anyone oversteps the mark, but no one will. Tino. Uh-oh. Well, you've got to stun at least. Can't go for the TP now. They've Wrath of Nature doesn't get the tick. Palace gonna try and TP down. Arena's available. Tino doesn't want to commit the ultimate. And hang on a second. When Palace showed up to the party and he's got no one else in the assistance. Oh no, what's going on? Shanks is gonna try and kill him as well. Cookie on forward. And the Scatterblast. Shanks, that's a big kill for him to find, though. 461 gold. A lot of experience given over to the Snapfire. So now as soon as Mars spawns, it's honestly not the... I'll say not the worst. It's still bad. But they can use the Mortimer Kisses for another kill. And this should secure the T1 tower bottom now. Oh, Viper's got a TP, though. Let's see how much damage they do. They don't glyph. They do also have Bob starting to make his way down bottom. So yeah, this tower should end up going down. Man, 18 kills, 9 minutes in. What is going on? Alright, let's look at Unknown for a little bit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's get him very farmed. Second in net worth, 103 KDA for Mr. Unknown.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Looks like almost treads completed though, but
Dire's top tower is
first
under
tower goes
attack.
down bottom and Execration probably don't care about top. Love to see them continuing to play aggressive. You've got Elder Dragon form. You've got Arena as well if you want to try and take this fight mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But they're tipping Shanks top, trying to get set up like they're going to look for a fight. So I'm still under the assumption that Summit have to get very aggressive. As Shanks should be killed off. Viper's Track's going to be dropped. No one else again is TPing. So that's a very awkward TP from Shanks. Maybe he thought this was going to be a little bit faster from Execration. For them connecting top. Maybe he just wanted to try and soak the lane. Well, they should be able to trade towers nonetheless. You force an extra hero from Summit to the top side of the map. And meanwhile, Bob is finally able to convert onto the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So this now really opens up the map for Execration. The big thing is you're taking more jungle away from Unknown.
Radiant's middle tower
You can now just pretty much control bottom. Like, imagine we're going to see Execration put some emphasis on a ward down bottom. Yeah, we see that already. Because you're starting to get some items that are going to enable you to take these fights. You got Blink almost completed on Bob. Tino should be quite some ways away. I don't know where his gold is. Something's coming on the corridor. We get Sora, okay. Hasn't had the 4 deaths on Tino, so yeah, definitely not the greatest game. Tino? On the Sphere, Mercury doesn't have anyone else behind him. Just unforced reactions. Got a bit cautious if runs into Bob though. Cookie will be able to chain control. Spear still on cooldown for the moment. But the rest of Summit are converging on the area. They get the Dawnbreaker ultimate as well. They're all grouped up and look at the team fight. Finally, Execration able to take the fight they've been waiting for. As Unknown, he jumped into the middle. The Grave's gonna buy him a little bit of time, but he'll still tick out afterwards. And even Palace, he looks to show up, holding Trezam locked in place. And they should be able to make it a 5-man wipe as Execration have 0 casualties. That is the team fight that we have been waiting for and just mentioning how scary it is going to be for Summit to play into the ultimates of Execration, and we see it perfectly there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What's going on bottom? I was just like, hang on a second. Is Mr. Tino in trouble? And that is huge. Look at that. 2,000 gold swing. That's Blink now completed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not even Blink. About 1,000 gold in the bank for Mr. Bob. Did he get majority of the kills? Oh, yeah. He got a triple. So, he's freaking rich. Well, I can't say that. Solo class, they put you to another level. Well, actually, well, hang on a second. Vincenzo. Nice position for the Dawnbreaker. Pops the smoke. Of course, it'll come at a cost, but it will not matter. It's a really beautiful read. You know that all your ultimates are on cooldown. So that's a window where some are going to look to take a fight. So just reading that. I mean, they don't really have top lane shoved in. It's not like they can smoke to a location that's can maybe get a kill and then convert into a tower. So maybe the one place she goes towards a triangle. So beautiful placement from the Dawnbreaker. I didn't drop my F-bomb when last week through DPC, so wasn't even hard F-bomb. Execration.
Radiant are scanning.
Unfortunate that they run into CZY. That will be the reveal of the blink from Bob.
Scabbard of your bows.
Tino's getting pretty close to his own blink as well, but Execration. So this is really what I'm worried about, lads. This game now feels like it's heavily on the back of the Phantom Assassin to carry this game. And it's not like Unknown's gonna have a crazy Battle Fury timing either, even though he's 2-1 and 3. That previous death in the last team fight really hurting the progression of Unknown's item build. They're coming. Look at the wraparound Tino. He's just gonna charge in. Scouts on Unknown at the tree line, but the awkward placement of the arena. Tino's gonna push back Crush for the moment, but look at this Execration. They just bailed on Tino. They were starting to make their way top, but as soon as they saw the kind of mis-executed start from the Mars, they didn't want to get involved. So instead, they're going to take the triangle. Look at what Bob's doing as well, blocking up the Ancients, blocking up the Hard, so just more economy damage. I don't think they'll get the kill onto Mercury, though. Has a Remnant available. It has revealed their location. Shank's almost walking to the high ground. Might still do it, though. Summit, though, they're going to wrap all the way around. See Bob in the lane. He's not an easy kill. They're going to be relying on the chain control to there. The Toxic, but CZY. So, I haven't wanted to bring it up just yet, but he's been a bit awkward with his rebounds. He's just practicing. That's what he was doing then. Just trying to get a little bit more familiar with the spell. What's Palace got? Yonya. Interesting. Top lane, Unknown. Tino doesn't have Arena. Oh, nice Sprout. Still able to get the stun connection onto the tree line. Unknown's got a teammate running straight to his location. But they're unable to get the Grave or the Phantom Strike out. I was going to say, it was a very nice play to be able to instantly cut down that Sprout. CZY, though, is going to look to even up the trade. Crush is nearby. And it should be an easy rebuttal. Tino's actually going to feel like he can drop the arena. Maybe with some teammates showing up. Locking them inside Dire's jungle. And now Bob is going to blink mindless into the middle. But he doesn't give a damn. Summit, they've already used the majority of their spells here. Even Palace is going to look to show up as well. As they surround Summit in their own territory. And Execration can now lead this instantly into the Roche Pit. And I mean, that's just a really nice play, though. You know, sorry, Tino just reads... The boys are coming. And if I could just at least lock multiple heroes inside the arena to stop them from retreating, Execration, they're going to be able to show up. And as soon as they showed up, disaster ensued shortly afterwards. So the kill score might not be looking too bad. But if we take away the 16-17, I tell you what, the net worth lead, that's the one that's looking pretty bad for Summit at the moment. It's another death as well for the Phantom Assassin. So we do have a Battle Fury, but just no progression really with the items. And honestly, I think this should just be a pretty slow closeout from here. Like Shank's going Greaves. What's the Dawn going? Okay, lads. Yeah, I think this should just be a very, very slow, methodical closeout from Execration. Probably looking for double, well, BKBs that we have at the moment. Jump in. Tino. Okay, let's see if they're going to have to burst damage without the arena. Mercury's got a remnant to play with. Tino has been a bit off the mark with the Mars today. Multiple heroes showing bottom. So Jesus Christ.
Light my way. All according to
What the hell? So much damage. Shazam, how much did he actually just do? Oh. Wasn't even much, it was just a crit. I swear. I swear Shazam did so much more than that. Mercury. Hang on, no way that works! No way that works! Bob, what? Runs all the way around, Ballast TP's behind. Easy tier 2 tower's gonna be claimed. 3 minutes left on the Ages. What do you do with this? They popped out a Dragon Form. Not that they needed it for the tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Do they consider high ground?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Although
attack.
Radiant, they are farming underneath the ward. They've got the Solar Guardian to be able to join.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, they are all under this ward, man. Great position from Shazam, though. Pal's gonna TP the backline. They're just targeting unknown. They don't give a damn about the Dazzle for the moment. Has the Grave to buy some time. He's gonna look to TP up with the Starbreaker from Vincenzo. Cancels that attempt. He's gonna go for a deny, but doesn't get it off. The Dragon Scale damage over time from Tino takes away the Phantom Assassin's life. And now, oh, look at that. The trees now spawn back up. That ward. Hang off dividends, and they're gonna get another kill. Bottom lane, Bob. And hang on, Crush! Crushy boy! He forced off further outside the base. You're gonna lose the Aegis advantage, but it will not matter. It secures you another kill onto the Viper. And now mid lane, they're looking at Mercury. Oh, where's the Dragonite? Where's Bob?
Tower is under attack.
It's Tino, I should say. Ooh, 8% already. Not looking good. Not looking good. 12,000 net worth lead. I said it earlier. I'm trying to speak it into existence. Have a little bit of copium. I think you are very much... I don't know if... I don't think PA can solo carry this game. Not with how far behind they are. And I don't believe Crush is going to scale on the Viper. Like, he's trying to scale, going this Hurricane Pike BKB build. He's got Grow Bow as well. With the 20 attack speed talent. It's kind of... The other talent's kind of useless. But look at how far Shanks can position, though. They'll secure the kill. They might not even actually get the kill. Hang on a second. Oh my god, man. Grobo Essence Ring, and they can't even kill this Snapfire. And now PA? Hang on a second.
A bittersweet sunset for you.
Well, that is your, honestly, your win condition to come back into this game. Just getting picked off across the map.
Is under attack.
We're gonna lose another tower now. We'll open up the glyph, so can't pursue for a T2.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Bob's in though, by the triangles. Gonna try and target down CZY for the moment. Oh, another awkward rebound. Doesn't get much distance away. Then Speed's gonna be on the mark as well for Tino. They'll lock Crush in by the high ground. And should have blink up in a couple of seconds and slams down the shield to cut away the head of the Viper. And they are not done just there. Tino, unfortunately, just a little bit too slow with the spear. And they might consider high ground.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Bob's gonna jump as well. Preemptive that someone's gonna be there. The burst down the Dazzle to get rid of the Grave as an option.
Is under attack.
And now they'll blow up Mercury as well afterwards as Yeah. You're getting to a stage where you're thinking about calling it. It's going to be a full set of barracks mid. They might even get just melee and go melee bottom as well. You don't have ultimates, I suppose. Arena's back up. Solar Guardian in 15.
Radiant's middle barracks has
What's the
fallen.
call?
Radiant's middle
Why not get
barracks
full
has
set?
fallen.
Bob's going to jump once again. I don't know if they're going to do any damage. Satanic on Palos. Bob's pretty unkillable.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
You've got,
Radiant's
again, you've got
bottom barracks
Greaves,
are under attack.
Wraith Pact.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks
One last fight
has
with the
fallen.
BKB.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
That's not an ag. Jesus Christ, it's an ags. Oh my lord.
Dire is scanning.
Oof. It's probability. Yeah, it's feeling like that. Martino's in prime spot to be able to pop the smoke. So they're not going to edge out further in the tree line. They see Shanks, but we saw what happened last time. This guy is not easy to kill. They're going to look to try and make the attempt. Execration to play behind him. Tino's going to look to jump at the arena. It's a beautiful ultimate for the Mars. They are all stuck inside the Solar Guardian. Unknown's buying a little bit of time thanks to the protection of the magic immunity, but it looks like it will not matter afterwards. He'll target down Crush. Unknown's going to jump back in, but the Phantom Assassin, I mean, he jumps into his grave. He will dig himself. 6 feet under as Palos finishes it with a triple as Execration. 24-minute victory, it looks like, and yep, there we go. The G's are called. Oh, damn, that's not a good voice line to have. Bob's already out. My guy's DC'd. He's running the opposite way. I think it's a mix of multiple things. I think it's just, it has to be said, maybe just some outclass from Execration. They are, I mean, both Danog and I have been saying that we feel like it's Execration are in top 2 to be able to make it out. Kind of Execration Army geniuses. So maybe just a bit of an outclass, but I feel like also this draft from Summit, it's very... you have to snowball. And it's not even like it's a great lineup to snowball with as well. Like, Phantom Assassin is not the hero that she used to be like 3 years ago where you could kind of snowball with this hero. Your just margin of error in a game like this for Summit was very low. And as soon as they lost that one fight mid, we just saw their whole lineup collapse around it. So... for them, I'm really just looking at going back into maybe some more stable heroes, a draft that's easier to execute, where you don't have as many flaws. But for Execration, just does also come down to it. It's only game 1, but you got to clean up business. You know, when you're expected to win, you have to do it as a top team if you're going to make it out and make it into Division 1. So they're able to do so at least in game 1. But beautiful thing is it is a best of 3, and we might as well have Danog joining us for the second game as well. So we're going to send it over a break, and when we come back, we've got game 2 of Summit against Execration.